In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 exact steps that you can use to get out of a rut today. All of these steps work immediately, and all you have to do is watch this video and implement them. And a little about me first. I'm Anthony, and I help people end the scrolling addiction. My goal is to help 10,000 young guys end the scrolling addiction and to reduce their screen time. And if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then I can help you directly, and just by watching this video you'll find out how. Now, a big thing that you need to realize when you're in a scrolling rut, when you're just doom scrolling and you're not doing anything, I've been there. I used to scroll for 8 to 12 hours a day, and I remember on some of my worst days I genuinely stay up until 1 a.m. just scrolling, and during all that time I wouldn't even eat. Like, I'd be hungry. I'd genuinely be starving myself. But just because I was scrolling, I didn't want to get up and eat something. That's where I was. Like, I genuinely lost weight. And by the way, I've been a bodybuilder for about 2 years, natural. And every single pound makes a difference. Like, it's hard to gain weight. You have to eat a lot. It's hard work. And I remember I would feel so disappointed in myself just because, well, not only because I scrolled until 1 a.m., right? But I would genuinely lose weight on those days. That's how bad I was. And yet, I got out of it. And so I can help you get out of there as fast as possible because I get it. It's painful to be in a rut. It's awful. And all in all, you just feel disappointed in yourself. And so I want you to get there as quickly as possible just with these 3 steps. I go on an hour-long rant on this, but I want to shorten it down for you. The first step is to stop stressing. Chill out. Now, I know I was overhyping it just beforehand, but if you keep stressing about scrolling and being in a rut, then all you're doing is just making your rut worse. Because what's happening is that when you feel bad, you want to scroll, right? That's what you've trained yourself at this point that if you feel bad, like you feel bored or you feel stressed, then you want to scroll. The problem with being in a rut and scrolling the whole day is that you feel disappointed in yourself, just like I mentioned earlier. But that disappointment can lead you to scroll even more. So, like, let's say this all started because you messed up one day. Like, one day you end up scrolling for a little longer. You maybe scroll past your bedtime, whatever. But because you're making it such a big thing in your head, you're actually going to continue it. Like, this rut is going to continue until you just stop stressing out. And what you need to do instead is to chill out and accept what's happening to you. Because acceptance is the first step in recovery. I know from my own personal experience that if you accept what's happening to yourself, you can actually change. It's like you have to acknowledge the problem to even solve it in the first place, right? Accept the fact that I messed up. Like, you can even raise your hand right here. I messed up. And you can just say it matter-of-factly. You don't have to be like annoyed at yourself. You don't have to be angry at yourself. Just accept it. And from that acceptance, then goes on number 2. Make tomorrow easier for yourself. A big mistake people make is getting into a rut, or at least messing up the first day, and then expecting that you're going to be at full capacity the next day. Of course not, right? You would expect that you would be at a lower capacity, and yet you set up your goals just the same as you would on a regular day. What you need to do: shorten down your goal list and prioritize it. Like, you really don't need to do all of that stuff that you want to do. For example, if you have a schedule, you can't expect yourself to be 100% on schedule the whole day, especially after a rut. So shorten it down and make it easier for yourself. Have extra filler hours so that you are able to have a little bit of leeway if you mess up, which is fine. It's expected that you mess up here. So again, going with the first step, don't get upset at yourself. It's all right if you mess up, as long as the next day is a bit better than the last. You'll eventually get out of the rut and you'll stay steady. Now, the third step, this is where it all ties in together. The first step was to accept what's happening instead of being stressed out and annoyed at yourself. The second step, which you just listened to, is to make tomorrow easier. But how do you actually implement it? You set a reminder. That's number 3. You have to remind yourself about what you're doing in the first place. Because it's easy to feel bad when you go to bed because you stayed up past your bedtime. You scroll the whole day, but then you wake up and you do the same thing over and over again. Like, it's not going to change until you yourself make a change. So what you need to do is make a pattern interrupt. A pattern interrupt is just something that interrupts a habit or something that you do. For example, you can put a sticky note on top of your phone so that when you wake up, the first thing that you see is a letter or like a little sentence that you write to yourself that has meaning to you. This can come from the bottom of your heart. You can write something like, bro, make this a good day. Or something like that, which will resonate with you. And only then and only then, after applying all 3 of these steps, you will get out of a rut. Now, will it be instant? No. I'm not going to lie to you. It will take about a few days, let's say 3 or 4 days to completely get out of a rut, depending on how bad it is right now. But then afterwards, you'll actually stay out of a rut. That's the difference between other people's advice out of a rut compared to mine. Other people, you might get out of there faster, like in a day or 2, but who's to say you won't get back into a rut? Just applying these 3 steps, especially the first one, I'll find that if you completely take out your emotions out of a rut and you just be logical about it, accept what's happening, I found that you get into ruts 80% less often, which is amazing compared to constantly falling in and out of a rut over and over again. So apply all these steps, and I promise you, you'll get out of this rut. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I can actually help you directly with ending your scrolling addiction. I can do so because I do coaching. If you want to get out of this scrolling addiction as fast as possible and also with less pain than I experienced, then you can absolutely do so. You can get a free consultation with me by clicking the link in the description.